Hare Krishna. Will someone read this ISKCON Pranam mantras?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Archana Mataji. Yes, you can start. Today I've got with these special characters also. So it will be easy for pronunciation.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति सुपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी वैधाय कृपाप्तये कृष्ण सम्बन्ध विज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाध्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौरतरुणा विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनकारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाभ सिद्धान्त द्वन्द्वहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बरसाम्भोगे बाधाभुजायते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्दिष्ट सज्जनप्रिया वैष्णवा सर्वभौमा श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगल्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते जयतां सुरतौ पङ्गुर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य सदा भोजौ राधा मदनमोहनौ दिव्यात् वृन्दारण्यकल्पा धृमाधा श्रीमद् रत्नाकरसिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद् राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवो श्रेष्ठलीभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि श्रीमन्रसरसारम्भे वंशी वटतटा कर्षान् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपैर्गोपीनाथ श्रियेस्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा माताजी प्रणाम
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. So slowly and steadily we will all remember the full Mangalacharan, which is very important. You know, some people are very strict on this, that you should remember the full Mangalacharan. So it's a good practice. Whomsoever is joining will be benefited, because it is not only that we are reading, but we are remembering our acharyas also by reading or by praying to them. So this is a very good practice. Even before chanting, if you can read the full Mangalacharan, um, I won't say in a full surrender mood, because that mood, inculcating that mood is very difficult. But yeah, because the mercy is there, of all these acharyas, we can, be in that surrender mood, and then we can chant. Maybe it will make a different, effect on our chanting. Maybe our chanting will become more pure, more focused. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna Mataji, Purnandini Mataji, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam Mataji, Hari Bol.
Hare
So
Krishna.
Mataji is there after a long time, after a long gap. We can
Yeah.
see you again on our screen. Yeah, Hari Bol. So we welcome our raised Purnandini Madhavi Mataji. So Mataji today will take us further in 13th chapter from the shloka number 39 to 43.
42.
42, Mataji. It's 43, I think.
Oh, okay. 43.
Yeah.
Okay. 43. Okay, fine, Mataji. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mataji. So over to you. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcoming you all for today's Shrimad Bhagavatam class. Yeah, a quick kirtan and then prayers, and then we'll get into it. जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Gurudev, 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 Jayo Gurudev. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Hari Nam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Nitai Gaur Sitanath Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayite girim yatkripatam aham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tatsato Magnanatimirandasya Dhananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you make me the co-host so that I can share the screen?
Yeah, Mataji. I'll make you the host, Mataji, because there is
Yes, Mataji, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Now, Mataji, if possible, you make me a co-host.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, I'll make you. Okay, done, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. Suma Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranams, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shall I read, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna. Shloka number 39. Namo namaste akhila mantra devata dravyaya sarvakratave kriyatmane vairagya bhaktyatmajaya nubhavita gnanaya vidya gurave namo namaha. Translation also, Mataji? No.
No, translation.
Okay.
Anasuya
Thank you.
Mataji will read. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, that was today. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Lord, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead and are worshipable by universal prayers, Vedic hymns and sacrificial ingredients. We offer our obeisances unto you. You can be realized by the pure mind, freed from all visible and invisible material contamination. We offer our respectable obeisances to you as the supreme spiritual master of knowledge in devotional service. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna. So we are in the appearance of Lord Varaha, and these are the prayers that we are seeing. Now, what is it that we can see from these prayers, right? Namo Namaste Akhila Mantra Devaya, right? The thing is, what are prayers meant to? Glorify the Lord. It is meant to glorify the Lord. It is meant to connect with the Lord, and then, begging the Lord for various things. And here, in these prayers, Brahma is saying that you are the supreme. Now, there are many, if we see most of the prayers, Kunti prayers, Dhruva Maharaj prayers, Gajendra prayers, all these prayers glorify the Lord, and then glorify in a way that to establish his supremacy, right? And then we also see in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, what exactly, it means to accept the supremacy of the Lord. Now, even when we are doing yajnas, right? In the end, the Purohit says, Idam mama nama swaha. On behalf of, because you are the supreme, right? And because you have given everything. What is you have given everything? If we remember that shloka, from the 9th chapter, aham kratur aham yajna swadaham aham aushadam mantro aham evajyam aham agnir aham hutam. So Krishna is saying he is everything. He is the Agni, he is the Kartru, everything, right? So whether it is Bhagavatam or whether it is Bhagavad Gita, the supremacy of the Lord is being, is what is glorified. And why should we always think of the supremacy of the Lord? Because time and again we are so conditioned to think that I am doing it, or it is because of me that we are as things are happening, right? So to keep us in our constitutional position of that I am not the doer, that I am only an instrument in your hands, right? All these prayers are glorifying that. Also, what else do the prayers have to, to give us knowledge about what? Now, even the karmis, jnanis, and yogis also have knowledge, right? Now the karmis, they think, karmis think they are the mind. So all their prayers will be based on, the material aspects. I want this, I want that. Now the gnani comes on the platform of knowledge or intelligence. So he thinks he's the intelligence. So that is how he prays. And the yogi, he thinks, about the ahankara. I am I am doing so much tapas and all that. It is only the bhakta or the devotee who really is in the path, if not completely understand. We are in the path of this knowledge. We have the knowledge, we have the ahankara, everything, but in the right spirit or in the right sense. What is the knowledge? We use the mind and intelligence for what? To understand the supremacy of the Lord. And then the ahankara aspect, that what is the ahankara that we are talking about? That I am not this body, I am the soul. And the soul is a part and parcel of Krishna, which has to be always serving Krishna, right? So, and then why exactly a devotee or bhakti or bhakta is more glorified or more acceptable? Because when bhakti is done, gnana vairagya automatically comes, right? Whereas in the other things, for a gnani or a yogi, it is not necessary that he understands that one is the soul or one is the servant. Even though they may get some knowledge that one is the soul, one may not come to the understanding that one is the servant. So that is why, bhakti is more important. And then also, bhakti has to be protected. Bhakti lata, right? Bhakti lata. Why is it called lata? Because it is always dependent. It is always dependent on prayers. It is always dependent on prayers, praying to the Lord, repeating prayers from exalted, pure devotees, and prayers from everybody else, from all the Vaishnavas or whoever is praying for us, right? So it is dependent, bhakti is dependent on that, right? So, so in that perspective, these prayers we have to understand. And then even if we have to pray or anything that we do, even if we take in the, I think, what is that shloka? Usually while eating, some of them say this. I think it's the 4th chapter, 24th shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Even that shloka talks about how everything is Krishna. Anybody remembers this?
Vaishyanaro bhutva.
No, Brahma Arpanam.
Aham Vaishwanaro Bhuta. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhuta.
Yeah, that also. Brahma
Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi
ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविः
Brahmagnau
ब्राह्मणहुतं
Brahma.
ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना.
So by listening to Shrimad Bhagavatam, remembering Bhagavatam shlokas, remembering Bhagavad Gita shlokas, then we come to this aspect of Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. Then when we come to this Bhajatam Priti Purvakam, then Krishna gives Dadami Buddhi Yogam. What Buddhi he gives? Enamam Upayantite, ultimately going to him. Right? So we will go to the next shloka. Yeah, shloka 40. Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Yeah.
Damshtagrakotya Bhagavam Skayatrita Virajate Bhudara Bhusabhudara Yatavana Nisharato Datadrita Matan Gajendrasya Sapatra Padmini. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here, I'm sorry, we have to read the translation. Yes, Prashanti Mataji, please read the translation.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by Prabhupada Ki Jai. O lifter of the earth with its mountains, which you have lifted with your tusk, is situated as beautifully as a lotus flower with leaves sustained by a by an infuriated elephant just coming out of the water. Mataji, shall I read purport?
Yeah, it's a small one. Okay,
Yes,
Mataji,
Mataji.
go ahead.
Yeah, purport by Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. The fortune of the earth planet is praised because of its being specifically sustained by the Lord. Its beauty is appreciated and compared to that of a lotus flower situated on the trunk of an elephant. As a lotus flower with leaves is very beautifully situated, so the world with its many beautifully mountains appeared on the tusks of the Lord God. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna. Yeah, so the appearance of Lord Varaha here. Now here in this shloka, beauty of the Lord and beauty of the earth, both is being defined. And then the example given is how when a elephant lifts a lotus flower, infuriated elephant. I mean, how beautiful the lotus and the elephant looks the same way. Mother Earth is also looking beautiful because it is being carried by beautiful Lord Varaha. Right now, in many shlokas, and then we do see everything is lotus, lotus feet, lotus eyes, lotus navel, and then smile is eyes are lotus. Why lotus? Because actually the Lord's beauty cannot be compared to anything, because it is unparalleled, is one thing. In the material world, we have the experience of seeing, we can relate to being something very beautiful, because we can see the most beautiful thing in the material world is lotus. So that is how it is, all the aspects as compared to beautiful. Compared aspects of the Lord is, lotus mouth is compared to a lotus, right? And then, so in the material world, also, it is difficult for us to understand these things. Why is it difficult? Because we are all conditioned. I mean, until we have even an iota of bhoga, or iota of trying to enjoy our senses or enjoy whatever the material world, or lord it over the material nature, as Srila Prabhupada says, right? And then our senses are imperfect. That is what we rely on, right? So it is difficult for us to understand. So is there no hope? No. We have to go to a person who understands this, or a Tattvadarshi. Who is a Tattvadarshi? A Guru. A Guru, or the Gurus coming, the Acharyas coming in the Parampara line. So they, because Tattvadarshi, what is it? They have seen how beautiful the Lord is, or they have the vision, they have the complete experience. So that is how, when we go there, what is it that these Tattvadarshis do? That they remove this illusion, or what to say, our conditioning. They help us remove these conditioning, so that we are able to actually see who we are, and then how we have to come to the platform of that we are the soul, and then see our connection with the Lord. So because even the greatest of demons, who was very powerful, who controlled everything, including the demigods, Hiranyakashipu, could not, or rather he was illusioned to understand that he was the one, he is the doer and not the Lord. So when he asked Prahlad Maharaj, his own son, 5-year-old son, that too, and then Prahlad, the irony here is, Hiranyakashipu owned everything, and he owned fear also. Prahlad owned nothing, but he was fearless also. So when he asked Prahlad, who is giving you this strength to say all this, or on whose strength? So Prahlad Maharaj says, on whosever strength you are speaking, the same source is my strength also, right? So all these aspects we are able to relate to or understand at least a little bit because of the Parampara's mercy. So here Brahma is glorifying Varahadev, right? Even though he is in a again, materially, if somebody newly hears that the Lord took a form of a boar or a pig, what is the first thing that, if we were not in Krishna consciousness, if we that comes to our mind? Oh, pig, dirty pig. I mean, materially, we say things as dirty pig only. So that is why we need the bhakti lata, or to sprout or to sustain. We need tattvadarshis. We need the Guru Parampara for us to understand that the pig in the material world is dirty, whereas when the Lord comes in that form, he is the most glorious. Right? And there can be nothing more beautiful than him, is what we can some takeaway from this shloka. Yeah, so the next shloka 41, Sindhu Mataji, please read, and Krishnamurti Prabhu will read the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Pranam Mataji, Hare Krishna. 3.13.41.
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
त्रयीमयं रूपम् इदं च सौकरं भूमण्डले नाथ तथा धृतेन ते चकाष्टी शृण्वोदघनेन भूयाश कुलाचलेन्द्रस्य यतैव विभ्रमः.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes. Krishnamurti Prabhu will write the translation.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Oh Lord, as the peaks of great mountains become beautiful when decorated with clouds, your transcendental body has become beautiful because of your lifting the earth on the edge of your tusks. Shall I read purport, Mataji?
No, Prabhu, thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So here we are continuing with the how beautiful the Lord is, right? Or how beautiful the Lord is, and how beautiful even Mother Earth is. So here in the first part of just the first line, Vibra means illusion, and Vibrama also means beauty. Like we must have seen, when we are traveling, or when we go to resorts or hill stations, the mountain itself looks very beautiful, and when there is a cloud around the mountain, it adds to the beauty, right? So Varahadev is beautiful, and the Mother Earth is beautiful, and then it is more beautiful because it is being carried by Varahadev, right? That is one thing. Now, how can we understand? There are few instances that we can understand how the Lord is most beautiful. Now, the best example is about Naranarayana Rishi. Now, when they were performing tapasya, now when anybody performs tapasya, there is one person who is always in a very, scary mode. Who's that?
Indra.
Right? So Indra sends Cupid and many apsaras to stop or put obstacles in the way of the tapasya that Naranarayana Rishis are doing, right? And then when they come there, and then they are trying to distract Naranarayana Rishi. Now, Naranarayana Rishi are none other than, Narayana is none other than the Lord. So when this happens, when the Apsaras are dancing, then suddenly the Apsaras there, they start, they see that from the body of Naranarayana Rishi, so many beautiful beings are, more beautiful Apsaras are coming out of their body, right? And then, so they get stunned, they're wondering what is happening. Now, instead of, invariably, when the Apsaras go and somebody is doing tapasya, the Rishi who is doing the tapasya, they get bewildered. But here the Apsaras get bewildered. seeing the beauty of those apsaras, right? But in spite of it, because they have come, in the order of Indra, the Lord says, that tells the apsaras. You see, not only the Lord's mercy, also the Lord's humility. I mean, like he's showing. He says, he tells the apsaras, because you have come, this place has been sanctified, right? And also, that is when Urvashi, one of the apsaras which come out of the Lord's body, he gives Urvashi to these apsaras and says, you take her to the Swargaloka. Urvashi, Uru means coming from the thigh of the Lord. That is how the name Urvashi is, right? And also in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see how the Lord's smile is so bewildering, right? Which is the most beautiful, Chaitanya Charitamrita says. So the Lord's beauty, and then also we have heard from the acharyas, and also the scripture says, if anybody is being in the path of devotional service, if we are being agitated by lusty desires, right, then they say, the acharyas say, the scriptures say, you have to see the eyebrows of the Lord, right? When you see the eyebrows of the Lord, then these desires are, kind of come to control, or the Lord helps us by seeing his beauty for us to forget all the other things. And then, of course, there are so many other, not just the Lord's devotees, pure devotees are also so beautiful. Like we have the best example, like initially when I came to Krishna consciousness, when the Prabhu was taking the Bhakti Vriksha class for us, he used to say, Srila Prabhupada went to the West, and then he was a 70-year-old man, and then his English accent was so difficult to understand, and this, that. And in spite of all that, there was a lady who came who wanted to marry Srila Prabhupada, right? So this shows like how attractive Srila Prabhupada was, right? And also, Srila Prabhupada corrected, when he was giving a Govardhan Leela lecture, and then one devotee got inspired to paint this Leela, right? And then when he painted it, painted the Leela, it so happened that there was some other, some animal or something which was looking more attractive than Krishna. So Prabhupada says, no, the whole picture should depict that Krishna is most attractive. And also, one more incident, there was one Prabhu, right? Prabhu who was given a chance to garland Srila Prabhupada, right? And then to garland Srila Prabhupada. And then he was all ready, and then he was thinking, oh, so merciful devotees are all, etc., everything. And then when Srila Prabhupada got down from the car, this Prabhu is holding the garland and he's just staring at Prabhupada. And he forgets there's a garland and he has to garland him. And that is how then devotees around had to wake him up. He said, hey, hello, please garland Srila Prabhupada, right? So that is how not just the Lord, Lord's devotees are also so beautiful, right? And we also know this famous pastime of Srila Prabhupada in the aeroplane, where this air hostess, all of a sudden she comes and she takes what Srila Prabhupada is eating and she eats that, and then she ultimately surrenders and she becomes a devotee. And Srila Prabhupada, in several lectures, and then in her purports also says, dress the deities very beautifully. That is how one becomes beautiful. And then you see the beauty of the Lord, and that is how what is reflected in the as beauty of the devotees. And then here we also see that how the Mother Earth is beautified because Lord is carrying her, right? And also in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the Lord becomes beautiful because of pure devotees. I mean, the Lord is saying, I'm so beautiful because so many of my pure devotees are there. And then, of course, we know this very famous shloka, how Sukadev Goswami, though he was an impersonalist, right? When he heard these two shlokas, one shloka about the beauty of the Lord and the other shloka about the mercy of the Lord, right? When he heard these two, that is when he started thinking, who's this beautiful person? I mean, I'm just going to read the shloka and the translation because it is really nice to understand the beauty of the Lord, right? This is Canto 10, chapter 21, shloka 5. Baraha pidam natavaravapu karnayo karnikaram bibhratva kanaka kapisham vaijayanti cha malam randram venur adhara sudhaya purayan gopavrinde vrinda ranya swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Please listen to the translation. We can kind of picturize, right? I'm going to read it a little slowly, right? Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head, blue karnikara flowers on his ears, a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and a Vaijayanti garland, Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form as the greatest of dancers as he entered the forest of Vrindavana, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints. He filled the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and the cowherd boys sang his glory. Right? So this is giving us the beauty of the Lord. And of course, anybody wants to take a guess about the Supreme Merciful Lord, which shloka is recited when Vyasdev says to recite.
Ahobakiyam Mataji.
Yes, yes. Do you want to say the shloka, Mataji?
I don't know the full shloka,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
It comes in the
I can,
second.
Yeah.
I can say, Mataji.
Please go ahead.
Ahobhagyam Nandagopa Vrajaukasham Yanmitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam.
Thank you for the shloka, but that is not the shloka that
32, Mataji. 10.32.
No. Chapter 3, Canto 3, shloka, chapter 2, shloka 23. Ahobakiyam stana kalakutam jighamsya payad api asadhvi lebhe gatim dhatri uchchitam tato anyam kamva dayalum sharanam vrajema. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than he who granted the position of a mother to a she-demon Putana, although she was unfaithful, and she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast, right? So, so beauty, even when we see, even on the material aspect, when somebody may not appear very beautiful, but when they are so merciful, that is what is attractive. And where is it coming from? It is coming from Krishna. So, and Uddhava says, Bhushana Bhushananga. Now we wear a lot of ornaments when when I like to wear a lot of ornaments, more so the Matajis, right? And we think, at least I think I look beautiful because of all the ornaments. But in case of the Lord, the ornament becomes beautiful because it is adorned by the Lord, right? So when DT dressing, our temple president, His Grace Narahari Prabhu, was saying when we were having a meeting for a few things about DT dressing, he's saying, don't think you have put so many jewelry on the DTs and that is why it is looking beautiful. No. It is looking beautiful because the DTs are beautiful, and then, he's giving us the seva to beautify him with a few of the ornaments, right? So that's how the Lord and Mother Earth is looking beautiful, right? Shobha Mataji, can you please read the next sloka, text 42.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam Mataji, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Samstapayana Jagatam Satastu Sam Lokaya Patnim Asimataram Pita Videma Sasyai Namas Sahatvaya Yasyam Swatejo Agni Ivaranav Ataha. Should I read the translation, Mataji?
Chandana Mataji will read.
Haribol, thank you, Mataji. Pranam.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Lord, for the residential purposes of all inhabitants, both moving and non-moving, this earth is your wife, and you are the Supreme Father. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you, along with Mother Earth, in whom you have invested your own potency, just as an expert sacrificer puts fire in the Arani wood. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So here, how Mother Earth is dependent, right, on the Lord. That is what he's saying, moving and the translation is saying, both the moving and non-moving, this earth is your wife and you are the Supreme Father. We offer a respectful obeisances, right, along with the mother, just as an expert sacrificer puts fire in the Arni wood, right? Now, the present scenario, or, most of us used to think, at least earlier, that everything is happening automatically, right? And then how, a nice example was given, I think, by His Grace Chaitanya Charan. Like, if we see an automatic door, I mean, in the malls, when we go stand in front of the door and the door opens, right? Now, if it is, somebody who is a kid, say a kid, they wonder, oh, it is so wonderful. It is automatic. Things are happening, it is just opening. You have to just stand there, right? And then he further goes to say how it is connected to some device, and that device is being designed by a person. So, but what is seen in the front, only the door is opening automatically when a person comes and stands there. So that is how we think, how everything is happening automatically. Or some people believe nature, it is all because of nature, right? So what is there behind nature? And this famous example of we heard this during our initial days of Krishna consciousness. Like, who was this? I think who made the model of the planetary systems, a working model of planetary system, right? This famous scientist, I forget the name. Now, he had a friend. They were two scientists, and this friend would not believe, was an atheist, right? No matter how much, I think it is Newton, if I'm not wrong, no matter how much he told this his friend, scientist friend, that things are not automatic, there is some intelligence there, some person, higher being or higher intelligence, which the whole thing is working. So he won't believe. So Newton made, to make this person believe overnight, he made a working model of the whole universe, right? With the sun and all the things going around its orbit. And the next day, when his friend came, and it was a working model. You could see all the planets going around the sun in its orbits, and revolution, rotation, all those aspects, right? And then there's a moon and all this. He very beautifully made a model, working model. So this atheist friend comes and then he says, oh, wow, it's so beautiful. And then, so who made it? The atheist said, that friend says. So Newton says, no, all these chemicals which were there in the laboratory, in the night they all got together, and then this model came on its own. Said, you must be kidding. The atheist friend says, somebody must have made it. How can such a beautiful working model of the planetary system happen automatically, then that is when, you know, Newton tells his friend, if you think there has to be a person, there has to be an intelligence to just to make one model, how can you think that the whole universe is automatically working without any intelligence or without any person behind it, right? He uses Niels Bohr. Yeah, thank you, Mataji, for that. How do you think the whole universe is working automatically without any intelligence? And that is how he changes the perception of the person, of that atheist scientist, and then he becomes and then he starts to believe in the Lord. So here, how, you know, for us, what is it that we understand? If something has to, something is produced, right? There's a man and woman, and then that is how it is produced. But then that is the case of us conditioned souls, but not in the case of the Lord. The Lord can produce just by seeing, right? Anganesya sakalendriya vrittimanti, says Brahma Samhita. Each anga or each sense can do any other activity. The Lord can speak through his nose, or can heat through his eyes, or, you know, produce through his eyes also. That is how he glances the material world, and then everything was created, right? And then here Srila Prabhupada quotes how in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 14:4, Krishna says, I am the seed-giving father of everybody. And then further how Prabhupada is telling in the purport that how he impregnates the mother, and then sustenance and maintenance. So and 7:7 Bhagavad Gita, that shloka, right, says matta paratno, matta parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. There is no superior truth than me. Everything is resting on me, like how the pearls are resting on the thread. Yeah, just because we are not able to see it, you know, it's like saying, so it doesn't. So that is why we need a Tattvadarshi to understand all this, and not just listen, also to understand this. And then Prabhupada talks about the law of gravitation sustains the planets. Actually, way back, you know, there was this Madhva Acharya who was talking about the Dashavatara, right? And then when he came to this aspect of Varaha Avatara, he said he mentioned, I'm bad with names, and then he mentioned about a Russian scientist who found out that for some reason the Earth had moved from its orbit. He was able to decipher that aspect, that the Earth had moved out of his orbit. But then he did not realize how it came back to its orbit. And then this Acharya, his name is Bananjay Acharya, he said he did not have the knowledge, or he did not know about Varaha Avatara, and that is how the Earth had moved from his orbit, and the Lord brings him back and puts back in his orbit, right? So on the material aspect, we get stuck with only one part or one aspect, and then we don't realize. Only when we connect spiritually, we are able to understand all this, right? So we will read the next shloka. Rajya Lakshmi Mataji will read the shloka, and Karpagavali Mataji will read the translation. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Ka shraddati yan tvam prabhavo rasam gathaya bhava udhir bhavanam na vismayo sau tvayai vishwasya vismaye yo madhyayedham sasraje tvisisvam.
Maya Edam, not Madhye. Maya Edam. Okay.
Maya Edam. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Dandat Mataji. Translation: Who else but you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, could deliver the earth from within the water? It is not very wonderful for you. However, because you acted most wonderfully in the creation of the universe, by your energy, you have created this wonderful cosmic manifestation. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this deliver the earth, right? Now here this aspect of creation or creation of the earth. In the Vishnu Dharmottara, there is a Markandeya Rishi is describing the beauty of Mother Earth, right? And it is said she is of parrot color and she's adorned with divine ornament, and body of is like color white, I mean like moon, and then she has in the forearms she has jewel, she has a jewel vessel, a grain vessel, medicinal, and lotus also, and she's seated on 4 elements, right? And now, and each of it, I mean, the white garment represents dharma, the lotus represents artha, the wealth and other things, like more descriptive. Now, this is one aspect of the Mother Earth being very beautiful. And one more aspect of why Mother Earth is being beautiful. You know, in 10th chapter, in the 10th canto, the gopis are glorifying Mother Earth. Why she is so beautiful? Because they're saying, what pious activity did you do? Because the gopis could only associate with Krishna in the night, because in the daytime the gopas were associating with the Lord. Whereas Mother Earth, all the time, the Lord's lotus feet, right? Lotus feet was always on Mother Earth, whether it is day or night. So in fact, it is said when Krishna finishes his avatar and he leaves, it was Mother Earth who grieved the most, because she was never bereft of the Lord's association, right? And because of this, she becomes so beautiful, and she's always in ecstasy. And the acharyas say the trees and the tall trees, I mean, it is seen as the ecstasy of Mother Earth, right? Now, as devotees, we are discussing the ecstasy of Mother Earth, and how beautiful Earth is, and how she is the wife of the Lord and other things. But here, what we see, how foolish people, get into this aspect of, this portion of earth is mine, or this is my land. How they fight over at the small level, at the family level, among the siblings or among the family members, or among against within countries, right? Mother Earth, says how foolish can people be, right? Because the Bhumi Gita in the 12th canto, right? I will just read the translation of these 3-4 shlokas, and how Mother Earth is, either she's lamenting, or, she's wondering, she's laughing in irony at what we as humans, as conditioned souls, are trying to do, right? This is Bhumi Gita, Canto 12, Chapter 3, Shloka 1. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. All translations only I'm reading, right? Sukadev Goswami said, seeing the kings of this earth busy trying to conquer her, the earth herself laughed. She said, just see how these kings, who are actually playthings in the hands of death, are desiring to conquer me. And the text 2 goes, translation by Prabhupada, great rulers of men, even those who are learned, meet frustration and failure because of material lust. Driven by lust, these kings place great hope and faith in dead lump of flesh called the body, even though the material flame is seen as fleeting as bubbles on foam of water. Text 3 and 4, translation by Srila Prabhupada. Kings and politicians imagine, first, I will conquer my senses and my mind, Then I will subdue my chief ministers and rid myself of the thorn pricks of my advisors, citizens, friends, and relatives, as well as the keepers of my elephants. In this way, I will gradually conquer the entire earth. Because the hearts of these leaders are bound by great expectation, they fail to see death is waiting nearby. So here, in the previous shlokas also, how, we are illusion, or how we are covered by this aspect of Maya, right? Time and again in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, Krishna is saying, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Maya dakshena. In my control, this prakriti is there, right? And then as Varaha Rupa, he is shown how he can lift. If he can lift the earth, that means that he is the controller. We don't even have to read Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. I mean, I'm saying, even if as childhood or if we have heard these stories, like how the very fact how Varaha Dev appeared, he appears from the nostril of Brahma as a small boar, and then how much he grows, like huge, how huge. And earth looks like a small tiny ball on his tusk. The whole earth looks, so that itself is enough for one to understand that we are not the controllers, that the Lord is one who is controlling everything, right? But here, Prabhupada says, which are inconceivable to the brain of even most erudite scientist, right? That how everything is controlled by the Lord and we are not the controller. Everything is maintained by the Lord, right? So these pastimes, should one, of course, glorify the Lord, glorify his devotee, like Mother Earth, and see the beauty of it, and also should bring us to our constitutional position, or our aspect that we are completely dependent on Lord. Every time we think, we are controlling, we are controllers, let's forget controlling outside. If we are able to control our heartbeat, even if we are able to control our heartbeat, right? Even that is enough for us to bring us to our senses, right? That is why our senses are imperfect, right? The heartbeat is just starts beating when we are in our mother's womb, until the time, the soul is in this body, right? And then we have absolutely no control over our own this thing, let alone controlling anything outside of us, right? So these wonderful prayers, description of Mother Earth, description of the Lord, and how we have to take lessons from all this, and how we can keep our Krishna conscious intact, or how we can keep our constitutional position intact at all times of life, or all walks of life. Yeah, with these few words, I thank Ashish Prabhu and Narani Kripa Mataji for this wonderful opportunity as a very purifying process for myself, right? And I thank all of you for this patient hearing with a lot of shortcomings because of my being a super conditioned soul. I can't use super because Prabhupada says, no, you're best of nothing. So because of being conditioned, and thanking my Guru Maharaj for giving me this opportunity to share a few things with all of you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Actually, we were missing your association, Mataji, because I was just thinking that how practically, how easily you are, you able to even explain the things which are very, very difficult to understand. Just by one simple example, like Neil and Newton, you have given such a nice explanation. So, Hari Hari Bol, Mataji. Thank you so much. Wonderful class. Yeah. So, Mataji, shall I ask devotees if they have any questions?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So, devotees, Rajya Lakshmi Mataji. Hari bol. Yeah, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, my son wanted to ask a question with your permission, please.
Yes, Mataji, please. If hopefully with Vaishnava's mercy, I'm able to answer. Yes, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, why did Krishna put us in this material world?
Okay. Your sweet name, dear one?
Yes, Mataji.
What's your name?
Devyank.
Devyank. And how old are you, dear?
9.
You're 9 years. Okay. So, do you attend any Krishna classes, Krishna club classes or Krishna kingdom classes?
Yes, Mataji.
So, you know about the avatars and other things, right?
Yes, Mataji.
And do you also know about what is Atma?
Yes, Mataji.
That we are the soul and we are not the body. You must have heard this, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Now say, I'm giving an example for you to understand. Now say sometime, where do you stay? Which part of the place?
Bangalore, Mataji.
Oh, you're in Bangalore. Okay, thank you. Divyank, right? You said your name is?
Devyank.
Devyank. Okay. It's very cold in Bangalore now, right?
Yes,
and
Mataji.
a lot of us are falling sick, fever, cold, cough, right?
Yes,
Now,
Mataji.
but then as children, okay, I'll take as children, sometimes, but then they still say one child has a fever and when he's having fever and then he wants to eat, he or she, that child wants to eat ice cream. Now, because being a child, say it's a 3-year, 4-year-old child, all it knows is the ice cream is very tasty and then he wants to eat it, right? Now, the child goes to the mother or the parent or the father and says, I want to eat ice cream. And the child is having fever. Now, what does the mother or father do? Devyank?
Not allow, Mataji.
Don't give them. And then they refuse, saying you have fever, right? Now,
yes, Mataji.
Right. Now, in the same way, all of us as souls, all of us, not just human beings, all the beings, like you are a science, you would have read in science, whatever is living, all the living beings, they have souls. All of us were in Krishna's kingdom, enjoying with Krishna, right? We're very happy with Krishna. But there, the only condition is that you have to serve Krishna. And Krishna is the enjoyer, right? Like now in your school, 9 o'clock, the rule of the school is after, if your school starts at 9, if you go at 9:05, they will not allow you inside, right? That is the rule in the school, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji.
The same way, the rule in Krishna's kingdom in Goloka is that Krishna is the enjoyer and everybody is trying to help him, serve him. But then we got this fever. We got this fever that I want to enjoy, right?
Yes, Mataji.
But then it is not, that fever that I want to enjoy, and but it is not, it cannot happen in the school, in Goloka, in Krishna's kingdom, it cannot happen. And like how the parent told the child, if you are having fever, you cannot eat ice cream. The same way Krishna tells all of us souls that you will not be able to enjoy. Don't go from here, right? But then, sometimes, like how a very adamant child says, no, I want to eat, and then the parent will say, okay, you eat and you will suffer and then you will understand. The same way, Krishna says, you can, if you want to enjoy, which actually you will not, but you cannot do it here, so you go to the material world. So we come to the material world, right? And we try to enjoy, and then we don't enjoy, and then like how you have come to Krishna consciousness, we all will come to Krishna consciousness, understand this is not our place, we have to go back, right? So that is how, because we wanted to come to this material world, Krishna put us in this material world. Otherwise, as a parent, how the parent will not give an ice cream to child who has fever, the same way Krishna doesn't want, because we wanted, we came here. Was that helpful, Devyank?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. I understood.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol. Thank you, Devyank, for asking such a nice and intelligent question. Okay, Janki Mataji, I'll give you a chance, just 2 minutes. There is an important announcement that if someone who is attending Shrimad Bhagavatam session every day, like the regular attendees, if you people want Shrimad Bhagavatam full set, so it will be available, and there will be a discount of 2,000 rupees. Whatever the price is, there will be a discount of 2,000 rupees. Even if you want, you can buy Shrimad Bhagavatam from ICF, and if you cannot pay at one go, you can pay every month 1,000 rupees. So this scheme is also available. So this is for all of you. And yeah, Janki Mataji, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the wonderful class. Mataji, I had a question. As you said, if we are lusty, we can see the eyebrow of the Lord. So what about, Mataji, greed, envy?
Anything.
Lust. About anger?
Anger. Lust. Lusty means kama. If you say all these things come under that only, right? Any kind of all the anarthas, right? Lust is intense greed, right? Anger,
yes.
A lot of people ask. Now I try to kind of practice. Anger is very easy. You read 2nd chapter, Shloka 62 to 64, Dhyayate Vishaya Pumsan. Understand why we get angry. We get angry because Dhyayate Vishaya Pumsan. Our dhyana is on Vishayan, on the objects of this material world. And when we don't get it, we get angry. Then Buddhi Nasha Pranashyati. Then we forget, and then Buddhi Nasha. So when you understand that, and since we are in this path, and that is why Shastra says, always only remember Krishna, don't forget Krishna. The moment that goes, then we are into anger, greed, lust, everything. Of course, seeing Krishna's face, everything else also should disappear. But among
Mataji, Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, Mataji? Bhagavatam or
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, 62 to 64.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. So yes, of course, any aspect of the Lord, seeing, reading, hearing, is there to remove these anarthas, right? I just repeated that because I said because of lust, because that is what is given in Shastras and Acharyas say, right? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we will end the session. Okay, Suma Mataji has one
Hare
question.
Krishna, Mataji. My question is to Narayani Mataji. Like we just wanted a class on how to worship the deities, Mataji, at home. How to do the Mangalarati and everything, and a right procedure, Mataji. Because what we are doing may be full of offenses or something like that. So we just want guidance. So it would be nice, Mataji, if you arrange. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, I'll try to arrange. I'll talk to Ashish Prabhu also.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandavat pranams to you all, Mataji. Anandini Mataji also. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, Mataji, I had one last question. Narayani Mataji, do we have any special programs in the temple tomorrow, Mataji, at Kanakpura?
Kanakpura. Mataji, we are associated with ICC temple. That is Bangalore, South Bengaluru temple. You can put on Google Map South Bengaluru temple, and you will get the the full map. You can reach there.
This is near the Dayanand Sagar College, no, Mataji?
Yes.
Dayanand Sagar, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what
even
is the
Mataji
temple?
is also associated with that temple.
Mataji from
Purnandiri Mataji.
Yeah, 7:30 to yes, Mataji, 7:30 to 9:30 is the darshan, and 9:30 Bhagavad Gita recitation starts, and then a whole of Bhagavad Gita shloka and translation. So the darshan and recitation, and of course Bhagavad Gita distribution, and then it's a nice day to buy or gift transcendental books tomorrow, right?
Okay,
Yes.
Mataji. Because at least till 1 o'clock the temple will be there, no, Mataji, tomorrow?
I said 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Morning.
Oh, not in the morning, is it? Sorry, my bad.
Morning 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. The whole day temple is open tomorrow for darshan because people come for the aspect of Vaikuntha Dwara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Okay. So Hare Krishna, and we'll end the session here, Mataji.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mataji.
with your permission.
Yes,
And tomorrow and day after, tomorrow is Gita Jayanti. So please read Bhagavad Gita, all of you, if possible, all the chapters. You can come to temple if you are in Bangalore, any city. You can go to ISKCON temple. Everywhere this Bhagavad Gita recitation of the shlokas, reading the translation, it will happen. So please take full benefit of all of this wonderful day. So we'll end the session by doing Vaishnav Pranam Mantra. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha
Pranam Pavane
Antakote Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
We meet again on Monday. Hari Bol.
Dandavat pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Shall I
Krishna.
end the session, Mataji?
Namita Mataji had something to say?
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dhanvat Pranam. I just have one question. My father-in-law passed away last week, Mataji. So, can I go to a nearest temple for Bhagavad Gita recitation as it is Gita Jayanti tomorrow?
What day will it be tomorrow? How many days? Tomorrow is which day?
Tomorrow is 6th day, Mataji. Sorry, 7th day it will be.
7th day.
No, right, Mataji?
Narani Kripa Mataji, it should be okay, no?
I don't know, Mataji. We
Usually,
are following
yeah,
up
till,
the
10
up
days.
till the Shuddhi, up till 13 days, or otherwise 10th day the Shuddhi happens.
Okay, but at least I can read at my home. Bhagavad
Yeah,
Gita.
Mataji, why not? Please, yeah, go ahead.
You must read. It will reach the soul. Whatever you do for this 1 year, it is very beneficial for your father-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Or Mataji, if there is any online, this is going on. I don't know. Last time we have done an ICF, but I think this time all of us are busy. So you can join them also, because then it will be little easy with the association. You can read, the Bhagavad Gita and all the chapters of Bhagavad Gita.
Sure,
So,
definitely, Mataji.
Yeah.
We have that message in the group, right, Mataji? For joining the group?
I haven't checked, Mataji. Yeah, I have to check. If it will be there, I will actually post it in Shrimad Bhagavatam group also. Okay?
Sure,
So
thank
you
you
all
so
can
much.
join.
Suma Mataji is saying it's there in ISKCON Mangalore.
On Mangalore complete recitation. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Bol. Okay, Mataji, shall I end the session?
Please, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.